It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's Main Event Friday, here in the Animated Wrestling League.
The following contest is your main event of the week, scheduled for one fall, one submission or knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Grand Championship.
A most unusual, dare I say, unique situation here in the Animated Wrestling League, where the number 2 ranked wrestler in the best 4 is going to compete for the AWL Grand Championship. In this case, it is the winner of the 2021 Ashogatsu Taikai, the New Year's tournament, Azteckaizer NEO. We want to put our best foot forward. We need our most powerful champion to face off against Gambakishi Dark and the Evils of the Pit in the main event of Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis. And well, last time Gambakishi Dark was the AWL Grand Champion, it was Azteckaizer NEO who ended his run as champion, ended his reign, defeated Gambakishi Dark for the gold at AWL 280 in the season finale event. It was all over Kid Canada that beat Jigoku Destroy at AWL 340 for the championship. So both of these men that will compete tonight have records in history beating the baddest of the bad in the Animated Wrestling League. So we're having this match to make sure we've got the best possible champion to face the current number 1 rank and the number 1 contender, Gambakishi Dark, in 2 weeks' time at Sakuramania Wrestle Genesis. And here comes the True North, strong and free. He's got maple syrup in his veins, and he cracks poutine. He's the most Canadian man in the world. He refers to his genitalia as his Stanley Cup and Timbits. He's the most Canadian man in the world. He thinks of a cow as a very large biological bag. He's the most Canadian man in the world. And he is the AWL Grand Champion. Already twice he has successfully defended that championship. Tonight, the 3rd. The 21st champion facing the 19th.
Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of parts unknown. He is the number 2 ranked in the AWL Best 4 and the reigning Ashogatsu Taikai champion, the bearer of the star of Aztec, Puroresu no Hoshi, Azteckaizer NEO. And his opponent, fighting out of Calgary, Dramatic Paws, Alberta, Canada. He is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion. Tonight, making his 3rd kind defense, the most Canadian man in the world, Kid Canada. This is an officially sanctioned Grand Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League. The AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, the AWL Senior Official, Joey Babaganoush, in charge.
There'll be 30 minutes on the clock, 1 fall to a finish. This should be very interesting. On paper, this should be Azteckaizer NEO's match. In reality, well, let's find out. Tachiai, collar and elbow tie up into the side headlock. You do not want to chain wrestle with a graduate of the legendary Stu Hart Dungeon. One of the best technical wrestlers in the world. Actually represented technical wrestling in the Clash of Styles tournament at least once, maybe twice, I don't entirely remember. Going into this match, Azteckaizer NEO with a career win-loss record of 43-20. Ratio of plus 23, one of the best in the AWL. Kid Canada, not so good, actually on the negative side of the ledger. He's had 103 matches in the AWL, 51 wins, 52 losses. So he is -1. But he is one of the longest tenured wrestlers in this company came to the AWL, I believe, back in Season 2 for the World Warrior Exhibition Tournament. Think about it. Representing Canada as part of Team World, the rest of the world. Sort of our miscellaneous team. And a kick away by Azteckaizer NEO, though he does take the bait and joins Kid Canada on the outside. We've already seen one title change hands this week. Lupe Peligro, the new AWL Intercontinental Championship. Intercontinental Champion, excuse me. Where did that come from? Replacing Yang in that position. Now, I should also point out that only one championship will be, we don't have the full card for Sakura Mania Wrestle Genesis, but only one title will be defended on that show, and that's going to be the AWL Grand Championship. Gambahishi Dark Fate, wait a minute, cover, 2 seconds away from the title changing hands. Back elbow, and a huge lariat over the top rope and down to the floor. Both of these men know the rules inside and out. They know the title doesn't change hands on the outside, but they need to test each other. They need to know that whoever wins this match will be the best suited to face Gambahishi Dark, the leader of the pit, the master of the dark forces at the AWL Supercard with the Grand Championship on the line. Already once, both of these men have lost, hang on, cover, one. Both of these men have already lost one singles match to Gambahishi Dark this season, which means the title, no matter who wins, in my opinion, the title is in jeopardy. The championship in serious jeopardy at AWL Sakura Mania Wrestle Genesis, 2 weeks' time, as Kid Canada fighting on here, 3 minutes into the contest. Going to have to look for the Canadian Destroyer and the Canadian Crunch. Of course, the Kaiser Punch, Kaiser Smash, Kaiser Elimination. Nearly a 2, I think it was actually a 2 count there. Gambahishi, oh, Kaiser Punch! Kaiser Punch! Kaiser Punch! If he can do that to Gambahishi Dark, he can do it. We know 1, 2, no. We know that Azteckaizer NEO can beat Gambahishi Dark in a championship match. It has happened before. It happened at AWL 280. Go back and check that out in the archives. AWL 280. Azteckaizer NEO beats Gambahishi Dark for the AWL Grand Championship and a Canadian Destroyer. But the helmet and the power of the Star of Aztec granting some protection. Alley-oop! As Kid Canada, he's thinking Canadian Crunch. He's got to be thinking Canadian Crunch. He's Satsuwaza. Ultimate technique. Canadian Crunch. Down he goes. Pulling him into the middle of the ring, into the cover. 1, 2. No! Just barely. Milliseconds before the final and fatal 3 count can be registered. Azteckaizer NEO gets his shoulder up. These two modern-day gladiators have been going at it hardcore. They've been going at it at full speed the whole time. Oh, back elbow. Cross body block. Did not expect that. And now Kid Canada looking to go to the top rope. He doesn't do that.
5 minutes.
Not his usual style. Oh, leg drop. All Canadian leg drop. The most legendary leg drop in wrestling, maybe. Vertical suplex. Davey Boy. Davey Boy suplex. You learned that one in the dungeon, I guarantee you. And going out, Canadian Destroyer! And that's it, knockout! Referee calls it a knockout. That might have been a bit premature, but it worked. Beautiful German suplex hold earlier. I completely missed. There's the Kaiser Punch. But the Canadian Destroyer doing the job.
Here's your winner, and still your round champion, Kid Allah!
Next week will be the go-home show for Sacramania Wrestle Genesis. But for tonight, korede kimarida.